everyone, happy Sunday and happy second birthday to Near the Word. What a gift it has been to spend these 2 years journeying and coming a little bit closer to the Word of God each and every Sunday. So, as no celebration would be complete without cake, I happen to have some here. I hope you guys have some at home. If not, you have to go out and get some for later. So, we're going to just say a very happy birthday to Near the Word, blow out the candle and make a wish for what we would like this next year ahead of journeying with the Word of God to bring us. Okay, so on 3. Happy birthday, Near the Word. 3, 2, 1. I hope you guys made a wish there and that you've got some cake. I'll have to enjoy mine a bit later. So, coming a little bit closer to this Sunday's Gospel, we hear that Jesus was approached by 10 men who were suffering from a skin disease, and they called to him, "Jesus, cure us." And so he sends them off to go and show themselves to the priest, which is a way of showing to the priest that they are cured so they can go back into society. And we're told in the Gospel that on the way they sense that they are cured, they are cleansed. And one of them, sensing this, a Samaritan, heads back to go and see Jesus, and it says that he prostrated himself at Jesus' feet and gave thanks. And then Jesus has a question that maybe occurs to us. Jesus says, "But what happened to the other 9? Didn't I cure 10? Why has only 1 come back?" I think to answer that question, we have to think a little bit about the heart or the attitude of this man and what has been his experience. He felt himself cleansed, and at that moment, he sensed that some goodness had happened to him. And that goodness hadn't just come from maybe a healer, a preacher, a good guy like Jesus, but this attitude of prostrating himself at Jesus' feet is quite unique. We don't do that for many people. In fact, I only really prostrate, I only really kneel down when I go to church in front of God. So this Samaritan recognizes that the goodness that he has received has come from God, and he goes back to thank God. And Jesus sees this, and this is what Jesus wants for the others as well, because he wants really that we recognize that all the goodness, all the healing that we receive comes from God, because that shows us that there is a God who wants us to come even closer to him, who wants us to be drawn by his love into a relationship with him, which is what happened to this Samaritan. So maybe we can ask a few questions of ourselves today. Can I recognize goodness that I have received throughout this week that has come from God? Maybe I've received it through other people, but can I see that it is God behind that loving me? And can I give thanks? Gratitude is a beautiful thing because it brings joy in us. I really saw this Samaritan man so joyful. It says that he went giving praise to God. I imagined him singing and dancing. If I recognize this goodness that God has done for me in this week, I think that it can change the way that I live the rest of this Sunday. I can be so joyful, I can be smiling, I can be happy. Let's look back on our week and see this goodness that Jesus has done for us. Give him thanks and live with this same joy of the Samaritan, especially as we are celebrating this, our second anniversary of Near the Word. I wish you all a very, very happy, joyful week ahead, full of this knowledge that God is just there to give us acts of goodness each and every day that can fill our heart with joy and gratitude. Bye!